Welcome to the episode of Locked In. I wanted to do this video on just showing you guys some ultralight weight weenie on a budget, things that I found on AliExpress.com. So if you're interested in lightening up your bike for not a whole lot of cash, stay tuned. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you 3 different cassettes that pretty much cover all road, gravel, and mountain or monster gravel cassettes for pretty much everyone. Now, these were something that I did pay for. I did find these on AliExpress, and I reached out to the company to see if they wanted to work together. They did cut me a little bit of a deal and hooked it up, so appreciate that. But it was something that I kind of wanted to try out anyway for some video content I had thought of. So first off, we're going to be looking at their ZTTO, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, road cassette. Now they do offer this in an 1128, an 1132, an 1134, and what I chose was the 1136. And you can check all these cassettes that I mentioned in this video in the links below to look at all the different weights and gear combinations for all these cassettes. But I'm going to be focusing on just the models that I picked up. So this 1136 weighs in at a scant 234 grams on my scale. Now for reference, my Red 22 1132 cassette, which retails for I believe close to $400, weighs close to about 200 grams on the money. And this being only essentially 20 grams heavier for an 1136 instead of a 32, I think is insane in comparison. Now, as far as shift points and how it feels on the bike, I don't have a whole lot of road miles on any of these cassettes. I'm just wanting to show you guys about them and let you know, obviously, I will update future videos if something goes well or goes wrong with any of them, or if they just happen to work. So make sure to comment below and I'll try to respond if this video has been live for a little while and you're wondering about the quality or the condition. Now let's get on to price. Now these cassettes, obviously, depending on sale or whatever, might fluctuate in pricing, but currently this cassette is listed at $128. For that low of weight, that is an insane cost savings to weight gram droppage that I'm okay with. For instance, an 1136 in a SRAM Force cassette, I believe is about 360 or 380 grams. I used to have one. I remember it being pretty heavy for not that wide of a range cassette. So this is a massive savings compared to that for essentially roughly the same money, possibly a little bit more depending on where you're sourcing your cassette. So a really easy point to save some rotational weight. Now let's get onto the gravel cassette. This is the 1146 gravel cassette. I wanted this to basically be a lightweight replacement for my Sunrace 1146 cassette I was currently running for quite a while. Now this cassette is about 100 grams lighter than the Sunrace, and on my scales, as you can see here, weighed about 359 grams. Now that's depending on which model of Sunrace you get, that's about 100 to about 160 gram savings depending on which one you get. So that's another basically quarter pound saved in just the cassette for not a whole lot more money than that unit costs. Now, on to the last cassette. This is the 1150 11-speed. They do make a 12-speed as well. 1150 cassette. So this can go on your standard hub drive body. I do want to do a video on this to see if I can make this work with my standard SRAM Apex rear derailleur, because it already clears at 46 and there's still a good amount of B limit left. So I'm going to do a future video. Make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on so you can see that in the future. Now on to quality based on what I've seen so far. These cassettes are really cleanly machined and the construction looks pretty heavy duty. I obviously don't have a ton of mileage on them and haven't done extensive testing, but I have tried them out on some gravel trails on the gravel cassette and some road miles, and everything seems to be working right. Now the gear ratios that they choose, in my opinion, are pretty spot on as far as the ramping goes. There are a few times where I might miss a certain cog that Sunrace used or my E13 cassette has for my 946 cassette, but overall you're going to kind of get used to what you ride, and I don't think that's going to be too much of a deterrent. Now, if you're a really hard rider or don't clean your bike often and keep your chain and everything else clean, I could see these possibly wearing down a lot quicker, just because it is a lighter construction. So I assume that with a lot of hard shifts on a dirty, mucky ride, you might have some type of breakage, but I can't speak to that because I haven't put that kind of mileage on them. I just want to let you guys know about these. So if you are looking for a lightweight cassette and I haven't mentioned a ratio that you like, please make sure to check the links below because they do offer pretty much all their cassettes in what they call their SL or their ultralight setup. They're not really that far apart as far as weight-wise, but some gear combinations are only offered in certain ones. And they have stuff down to, I believe, 8-speed, 9-speed, 10-speed for road and mountain. They have a few options for 12 even. Most of them are standard free hub body. They will work with pretty much all the cassettes. There are a few that are XD driver only because they have a 10-tooth cassette. but make sure to check them out. I think, honestly, for the money and the weight savings, these could be a great option if you're looking to lighten up your bike and not spend a lot of cash. So let me know in the comments below if you like this series. I can't obviously have an unlimited budget to buy all the cool things that I find some random places or from other companies, but I'd love to do a ultralight on a budget road gravel series. So let me know in the comments below if you like this style of video, and I'll try to continue them. So make sure to subscribe and turn notifications on so you can see all these crazy random ultralight Weight Weenie videos, my vlogs, my reviews, and everything else that I put out on this channel that's all based around cycling. So thanks for watching another episode of Locked In.
Let's get locked into